Welcome to the Weekly Muse. Last week was all about the boobies. And what did you feel as you tuned into the show? And if you haven't watched it, go ahead and find the replay on YouTube or here on What's Up Tonya D. But this week, I want to open the corridor to a healing venue of the body. I want to empower you to look at yourself, your thoughts, and even your behaviors for personal and even for your environment or family healing. Health does not come from medicine. Most of the time it comes from peace of mind, peace in heart, peace of the soul. It comes from laughter and love. And if you are new, go ahead and like my show. Be extraordinary and subscribe to my highway, my YouTube channel, Tonya D. And if you watch my show regularly and love one more than another, please share it so I know what interests you. As we part the seas of your mind and gain a clear understanding of how powerful and perfect you really are, in this holistic approach to healing, I want you to see it as both refreshing and even effective. Weeding through the junk and pinpointing the cause of issues is a gift. However, it will shift into a place of unity, peace, and often joy too. And I'm not here to diagnose by any means. I want to invite you to open the door to a different understanding of physical and emotional powers of essential oils and blends, pure plant medicine in essence, and using them to trigger the brain to release old beliefs and patterns and opening new pathways to a paradigm of understanding and learning. So if you feel stuck in your efforts to get past something, whether it's physical or emotional, using the essence of oils might be one way or even a tool for you. And understanding the greatness of the being that resides within you already, stating positive affirmations on a daily basis, will propel your conscious and your unconscious mind into a state of calm, peace, power, and even bliss. Greatness is a label, and we put it on certain people because of their accomplishments in their life. Greatness is nothing more than a person giving their best at whatever they set out to do. And I would actually throw passion into the greatness as well. It's as innate for every body, just like breathing. You are amazing just as you are. And I encourage you to find your greatness, your passion, whatever you want to call it. Share it and be larger than life itself. Love who you are, where you are, what you are doing. Be humble and, more importantly, have gratitude for every aspect of your life, or at least one thing on a daily basis. Shifting your mindset is achievable by everyone, and it's definitely not reserved for the few. It's not an idea that is a dream. By applying simple concepts, you will create a shift or change for the better for yourself, your family, friends, and for all of those that you'll actually share this with. But realize that every big moment in history started with an idea of one person. And you might not change the world with one idea, but by stating an affirmation and utilizing your kinesthetic sniffer, you will change your own world. From the beginning of time, Mother Nature and human nature, along with the planets, animals, and even the galaxy, have coexisted, working together or even against each other to create or destroy life, improve or diminish health, and move forward to the present day. Most living objects, like people, animals, and plants, prove to be very changeable in this process. For example, if soil becomes depleted or changes in nutrients needed for plant life, a plant will either shoot its roots deeper or even wider below the surface to find the minerals and elements it needs to survive. Or other insects actually come to clean up the soil, or both. We have the same exact instincts. Our desire to move consistently and continually forward, seeking to feel good or even better, has led to a wealth of knowledge in our health in these modern times. And we have figured out what makes us feel good and have moved in that direction for thousands of years. And modern science and medicine can do more good than our early ancestors probably ever dreamed. However, sometimes man's creations, which always point into the future, can impede our ability to look to the past and learn how our ancestors really lived, how they worked together with nature instead of the synthetics to create happy and healthy living styles. So, as Confucius said, study the past if thou wouldst divine the future. So drawing on the past means our roots in nature and the cutting edge of modern day knowledge to deliver the science behind some of our ancestors' tried and true methods of finding health and happiness. So let's discover how your own perceptions affect your mood, behavior, and even your health. Mother Nature has provided us with tools to help shift our perception emotionally and psychologically to jumpstart our healing process. There is a wealth of information about the use of plant science in treating both physical and mental ailments. So along with proper nutritional support, vitamins, minerals, a healthy diet, exercise, plenty of water, and utilizing the essence of plants, it can actually change your life. And the art of plant medicine, along with general healthy living, has been used for thousands of years and still is being used in some areas of the world today with amazing success. Even today, science has started to document how depression and other mental health challenges can be improved or even resolved with the change of diet and exercise. Even doctors are starting to study and research ways to promote plants as medicines for infections, depression, and other ailments. So plants as medicine actually supports cellular communication and oxygenation, but it also improves our neurochemistry by clearing receptor sites in the brain, which ultimately can alter our perceptions by supporting the production of neurotransmitters that makes us feel happy and good. So using plant essences for a variety of ailments, you might experience surprising and extraordinary results too, because they help individuals that are seeking all kinds of relief, resolving issues from lower back pain to a depressed mood. And interesting enough, a combination or a blend of different essences, positive thinking and application deliberately, seems to relieve the body of toxins and clear these receptor sites and create a synergistic result unique to each individual person. Emotional healing has been both immediate and long-term. So many of us are searching for an alternative, but we're likely stuck in the process of feeling good. You even might have tried prescription drugs, therapy, or other methods of wellness, and even plateaued on your journey to feeling better. You might even be suffering from learned behaviors that are limiting your good feelings and leaving you with patterns of self-defeat. You might even be discouraged and depressed because you feel as if you've exhausted all possible means of feeling better. So my intention in this Muse is to open the door and gravitate to a place of hope, to help you find natural and successful ways to move forward, providing you with some tools to reestablish feelings of joy and happiness by natural means, and making a relationship between you and Mother Nature one that works hand in hand with and towards progress and wellness. So I'm going to share a few ideas and options of blends of essences for different emotions that might be plaguing you at this very moment. Along with an affirmation to go with it, you can try and experiment with this process to uplift and even feel better. So thoughts as chemical reactions. Understanding the power of thoughts is the key to creating a life where you can live healthy and in peace, joy, and happiness. Those are my 3 go-tos. What are yours? Everything that you perceive in the physical world has its origin in the invisible inner world of your thoughts and beliefs. So to become a master of your destiny, you need to learn to manage the dominant habitual thoughts. And by doing this, you'll be able to attract into your life that which you intend to create. The whole of science is nothing more than a refinement of everyday thinking. Albert Einstein. Modern science has shown us today what Albert knew all along, that our thoughts are physical and that they actually become chemicals inside our bodies the moment that we think them. The instant that a thought happens, the hypothalamus, which is the control center at the base of the brain, turns the thought into hundreds of those neuropeptides. And each of them is associated with the dominant emotion of the corresponding thought. These neuropeptides, your thoughts, are actual molecules being transmitted throughout your mind and your body. And Candace Pert, she actually found that neuropeptides are carried through the bloodstream and transmitted from one neuron to another. And each of these neuropeptides interlocks with a special receptor on the receiving neuron's membrane. It's like a lock fitting into a keyhole. But the amino acid in each of these neuropeptides, they get absorbed into your cell walls. And your thoughts actually become a part of your body. And those cells can actually change based on the nature of your thinking. Totally fascinating, right? So according to Candace's research, the body's cells develop more and more specialized receptors for the neuropeptides to the ones which they're actually exposed to. So then the cells will even begin to crave these neuropeptides and ask the hypothalamus to produce them. So over time, your cells wind up supporting a self-fulfilling emotional prophecy, all brought about by the power of your thoughts. Again, fascinating. So you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So understanding the power of thoughts becomes critical to permanently solving psychological and physical conditions. Again, Candace Pert. So if we were to compare the process of your thoughts forming chemical reactions to the process of, say, or example, writing a news article or even being on the evening news, every day writers or editors produce articles based on research, perceptions of the latest information available to our world. The articles then get aired on the news, published, or even on the internet. And you have an opportunity every day to write your own story. Choose your own thoughts based on your perception of the happenings in the world. So this news, which is your thoughts, is published in the form of neuropeptides that get delivered to your cells within your body. Just as world news becomes the reality of the world we live in, your thoughts create your own reality, which can include your health and well-being. So every day, every moment, your cells wait for more information, the latest news, and they respond accordingly. When day in and day out you write the same morning news, providing the same thoughts to your body, you establish patterns or pathways, specifically neural pathways, that leave you chemically altered. And this is how habitual thinking patterns are created. These patterns create matching body chemistry until different news is presented to your body on a regular basis. Your neural pathways will guide you back to your original messaging or thinking. So let's look at thoughts in this matter. It makes it easy to see how repetitive negative thinking can manifest itself in a weak or sick body, where negative thoughts can become costly to your health as quickly as they break down the whole body and leave it vulnerable to disease. Positive thinking, on the other hand, generates cellular vitality, and negative thoughts shatter the nervous system. Thoughts that are fear-based or anger-fueled will actually break down your cells, leaving the entire cellular system out of balance. Where positive thoughts, particularly thoughts of love and gratitude, will actually alter the chemistry in positive ways, increasing cellular immunity. So understanding your own body chemistry and making lifestyle adjustments is central to jump-starting personal healing. So just as families need to communicate well to function effectively, and companies need to offer adequate office communication to maintain profitability, the body cells must communicate well within the body for it to stay healthy and the mind to be fully competent. So making adjustments in cellular communication, for example, changing your thought process strengthens the body's natural ability to heal itself. And when you're stressed, an amazing way to look at this process is to think about what happens to your body. When you're stressed and how that stress creates or increases with each negative thought you produce. For example, say you're a young mom with 2 kids, and the kids keep you running around all day long, leaving little time to accomplish the necessary tasks of running a small part-time business. So the income generated is actually vital to your family livelihood, and as time disappears, you worry more and more about how to accomplish your goals. To combat the time slipping away, you stay up late at night, making you more tired every day. And when exhaustion kicks in and you can't make your 3-year-old's little play date, you actually chastise yourself, and it turns into guilt. And you start thinking negatively about the way you're being a mother, and the cycle continues, and you decide to spend the evening focusing on your kids instead of work. And then you realize you're going to pay for it later when you get behind at work. So this event leads to negative thoughts about your capabilities as a business person. Somewhere in all of this, you become sleep deprived, and it will lead to increased headaches, susceptibility to colds, and that will consume more of your time. And if you use the negative thoughts to scold yourself for not meeting your goals, you'll just continue the cycle. So this example demonstrates what dozens of studies have concluded, that stress can be a hindrance. Throw in some negativity and a list of ailments that follow or worsen with stress. It's huge. For example, high blood pressure, back pain, weakened immunity, mental health conditions, adrenal fatigue, sleep disorders, and so much more. There is actually no telling how many physical conditions are really affected by stress. Of course, all stress isn't bad. In fact, your immune system may benefit from short spurts of stress, actually. And this type of short-term stress that invokes the fight or flight response can actually help your T cells, the very thing the body needs to build the immune system and fight infection. And you can experience the positive results of stress when you're hurrying to meet a deadline or cramming for an important exam. But long-term stress from emotional overload, on the other hand, is actually not good for us. It's destructive to the immune system and to personal relationships. Stress means more conflict, and conflict contributes to arguments, sometimes violence, and this might result in relationship troubles. Relationship challenges typically produce more stress, which then leads back into this vicious cycle that began in the first place with our negative thoughts. So the mind is a delicate and flexible tool that responds readily to the thoughts that are impressed upon it. So reprogramming your patterns of thought, rewriting your morning story to extend the metaphor of the news that I started earlier, it's a powerful way to begin healing the mind and in turn your body. And many of us are unaware of our thinking patterns, and it's not surprising since much of what we think and feel is generated from our subconscious. The part of our mind that generates thoughts, feelings, and emotions automatically and mostly without our awareness. And Freud solidified the definition of the unconscious mind in the 18th century when he found evidence that repressed emotions and feelings from past experiences, along with automatic skills and reactions to be generated without conscious training or awareness. Knowing that much of what we process in thought forms stems from our unconscious minds raises the important question: how am I to change my thoughts if I am not aware of their origination and they seem to occur without my knowing? So many of us use positive affirmations to guide our thoughts and break out of habitual unconscious thinking. It's become increasingly popular along with being tremendously effective. And there are programs in the marketplace, my online course, The Balance of Being, as well as Soliciting Solitude, speak to your unconscious mind, helping people to repattern their thoughts at deeper levels. And you can even try forms of hypnosis, acupuncture, meditation, eye movement therapy, emotional freedom techniques where that's tapping on certain points of the body while making statements. Even body talk therapies, emotional processing, various forms of energy work, emotional release to massage, cranial sacral therapy, and so much more. There are many new techniques used to help people change their instincts of thoughts and belief as well. But ultimately, simply deciding and committing to rewriting your thoughts on your own can be a powerful way to make changes to your body chemistry. And this process is important. Actually, it's even critical to helping you create a happy, healthy inner environment, and more importantly, life. Because of this, I have some positive affirmations for you to help you better understand exactly how to rewrite your own daily news within yourself and begin to create a more fulfilling living style, both inside and outside your body. You can repeat these affirmations as often, but it's best to start them in the morning or when you're starting a specific goal, feeling determined in order to achieve that specific result, not when you're in a bad space or feeling angry or emotional. So in addition to the affirmation, let's follow these 5 steps to increase positive thoughts and help you get out there. Number 1, stop all criticism. So when you think and speak judgmentally and critical statements, you instantly walk under that dark cloud of negativity. And your attitude is affected, and the next thing you know, you're feeling down and in the blue. So think of it this way. If you wouldn't say it or think it about a little child, don't say it or think it about anyone else, especially don't say or think it about yourself. So to relieve patterns of self-criticism, you can apply a drop of bergamot or a drop of black pepper to the tip of your nose and the back of your neck. Black pepper helps break up unloving thought patterns, while bergamot helps to reestablish a sense of individual worth. Love. Falling in love with someone is a wonderful experience. You're happy and your body responds with excitement and you find joy. But let yourself fall in love with someone all over again, whether it's a family member, a spouse, a friend, yourself, or even a pet. And remember, loving yourself doesn't mean you're vain. Vanity results when you're afraid you're not enough. So true self-acceptance and love leave us joyful throughout our lives. You can apply geranium and lime to the outside of your throat to help the mind and body continue to express your inner joy. Laugh. LOL. Part of humor and healing is actually laughter, and laughter brings about positive, healthy moods, and laughing for no reason at all is it actually becomes contagious, and everyone starts to giggle, and within minutes, you'll find an entire room will be hysterically laughing because everybody feels better almost immediately with laughter. It's so contagious. Serve. Happiness comes naturally when our thoughts and actions are focused on others. So find ways to give to others, and in doing so, you'll find the universal law of abundance will actually flow your way. The essential oils of clove, frankincense, and wild orange can be applied regularly to support abundance and desire to reach out and serve. Number 5, pause, pray, and meditate. If you can find private time to pause, pray, and meditate, it's essential to our well-being. And when diffused, sandalwood and myrrh help the mind to focus and become free of negativity, allowing you to be more effective during pausing, praying, and meditating. And realize one of the greatest gifts about being your own newscaster is the opportunity to take all the information collected during your newscast and dump it in the garbage, knowing that tomorrow brings new news, an opportunity for your new story. because yesterday's news is history now, and it's actually no longer important. And luckily, your brain and body chemistry allow for similar possibilities. You're not stuck in your thinking unless you choose to be stuck. So remember Mother Nature? She knows just how to help us get out of our sticky spots when it seems impossible to make a shift in our mindset. The essence of nature, or gifts from nature, spark our inner awareness and wake us up to possibilities of powerful personal change, growth, positive thinking, and even better health. But remember the receptor sites located on the cells throughout your body? Just like any body part, receptor sites can attract Klingons. So I want you to think of Klingons as junk that ends up where you don't want it, like cholesterol in your arteries, or sticky leftovers from a cinnamon roll stuck to your fingers, or negative scenarios that play on repeat in your mind. These Klingons block the receptor sites and make transmissions from cell to cell sluggish. And we know that Klingons in the form of cholesterol can be broken down by diet change, exercise, and prescription medicine. And we also know sticky fingers can be washed clean with soap and water. But sadly, modern science in the form of medication has yet to find a driver or a delivery system that can penetrate cell walls, let alone the lymphatic system or this blood-brain barrier, and get rid of negative Klingons on cell receptors. But one of the miracles of frankincense is that its unique chemistry allows and facilitates oxygen crossing the blood-brain barrier, making it an amazing property for soothing the neurological imbalances and eliminating pathogens, part of those Klingons that block cell and receptor sites. From the hard to get areas of your brain, the spine, and the lymphatic system, simply put, frankincense can penetrate walls in a healthy manner and eliminate pathogens, toxins, and viruses from areas of the body that scientists previously believed were closed off. So when you're lacking clarity or feeling stuck in a rut of negative thoughts, a simple application of essence of frankincense mixed with a little citrus and applied to the forearms, or just inhale deeply, can actually create a chemical response from the millions of molecules that rush through the body, facilitating change in your thought patterns and clarity. So essences of plants work naturally and uniquely to enhance body chemistry. Combined with other essences from plants can soothe headaches, backaches, stomach aches, calm your nerves, even improve sleep habits, and so much more. So remember to visit the corridor of my Musing Club, where you can find my online venue of well-being opportunities to get you started. The Balance of Being includes workbooks, direction, and meditations, plus some bonus modules to take you even further. Where Soliciting Solitude is a venue of stages and acts to get you in a space of zenitation. Especially, it's great if you are new to meditation and what it really is. And be sure to check out the notes over there in the sidebar for essences of plants to uplift your attitude and focus. And along with that, there's some affirmations to go with it. And once my site is done with its nip and tuck, I'll probably create a blog post to actually go with this musing show. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for musing with me. And as always, thanks for showing up. And be sure to like and share. And more importantly, comment. I'd love to hear your comments, so I can shift the muse to what is interesting to you at the moment. But be sure to tune into my podcast on YouTube. I'll be starting season 3 with the Energy Body series. It'll be a complete year of just musing about the subtle energy body and those unseen organs. What? Yep, you guessed it. I am so super excited to bring in the etheric highway into 2019. And next week, I'm actually going to be off the muse. So be sure to subscribe and let me know what amuses you. Thanks for joining me.